Good morning, guys. Today I want to read you a few comments, and we're going to talk about what the World Economic Forum is pushing down everybody's throats, literally, and we're going to make some financial prepping, I don't know how you would say it, ratios. Something we could do right now to turn something that is not tangible into something that would feed you for a year. And it all hinges off this comment that I got in the comment sections. Thank you, Jerry Paul. He wrote, "We bought a whole beef earlier this year for the first time. Hanging weight was 636 pounds and it cost around $1,800, including processing at our local processor." Yeah, that's right. $1,800, his freezer's full. Enough beef for the year. Just think about that. Our farmer just told me that the same cow will cost us close to $5,000 next spring. Hold on and stack everything to the rafters. Thank you for the comment. I love it because now we can talk about that. So you're telling me there's a lot of people watching me that has a share of Amazon or several or something like that. So you know how I like to do the chicken to silver ratio. 1 ounce of chicken is worth one ounce of silver is worth one laying hen. I'm wondering how that's going to hold up. Now you can think about it like this. One share of Amazon, which is about $2,500, is worth one whole beef that'll fill your freezer up, a big freezer, maybe a freezer and a half, and that'll feed you all year. One share, something you cannot touch, into something that'll feed you for a year, help feed you for a year. Just a thought. This is kind of, I want to start thinking about things like this and try to, we are denominating things in currency instead of money, which is gold and silver, and tangible goods like food prices. And, eggs were the only thing that rivaled gold in Venezuela. Went up 15,000x during their hyperinflation. Ours is different. We're the world reserve currency. So it's a little different. But if a beef goes to $5,000 next year, there's going to be a whole lot of people not eating beef just to the price. And that's sad because I like beef. Had steaks last night. All right, next comment is Tracy S. "Processing beef and pork is getting expensive and has a waiting list a year long. This is totally not an exaggeration. We butchered 3 pigs of our own and helped a family member do 2 of his. 3 days, and they were in our freezers. We are thinking about doing our next cows at home. Not trying to promote others on your comment, but the Bearded Butcher are super good teachers. So if you're into that. So go check out the Bearded Butchers. These people in my comments, they're awesome. They're just like you and me. They're like-minded. And if you could hit the like button, it would help this video get out to the other like-minded people. I really appreciate it. So I was thinking, so there's an extreme shortage of processing places right now. They're maxed. This people's a year out. So some people are going to have to feed their beef when there's not any grain through this summer as we're experiencing droughts and famine and pestilence. And the whole time, in our last video, you noticed that people in the comments were selling their beef, their lean beef, to go ahead and get it processed. And after I made that video, I've got one comment after the other. We're doing the same thing. We're doing the same thing. So there's a glut of beef right now, is what I'm thinking. So it might be the best time to sell a share of something that you can't touch. Get a beef, get a freezer, and fill it up. That's right. Right now, if you can pay $2,000, a share of Amazon's stock's $2,500, you might be able to cover most of the freezer cost and the beef. And I know there's a lot of people saying can the beef. I'm eating the beef right now. I've got the cans to can it when I need to, and I've got a generator to run the freezer long enough, for a long time actually, but long enough to surely can it and dry it and do all those other things. Because we don't know when, and I'm slap running out of time. And I'm still scourging the earth trying to find a solar generator that is awesome, the best one. That's my next thing. All right, next comment. Now, this is kind of a, hey, this is happening in my area. I love these kind of comments. I stopped in my local Walmart today here in North Central Florida. There was absolutely no flour on the shelves where it normally is. There was 2 or 3 bags of yeast. The shelves where the rice is, there was only a few bags. So that's going on in Florida. I love these kind of comments, guys. I will read them. I don't get all of them. You know, sometimes I have to make these videos a few hours before, maybe the night before, if I got something big planned for the next day. But that's what's happening in Florida. Send me some more food shortage videos. And just a heads up, I'm about to change this channel name from Financial Fitness to Financial Prepper, because it's time to get real, and it's kind of a hard decision because I like the Financial Fitness, got a little ring to it, and that's how people know me, but I'm going to be able to reach more people with Prepper in my name, and that's pretty much what we're doing. We're not doing any kind of fitness talk or anything like that here, so it's going to be geared more towards prepping for getting ready, what's coming, and it's coming fast. Now, as we talk about the high price of beef and some solutions, hey, you can trade a little bit of stock for a whole beef right now before it goes to $5,000, because it might take you 2 shares of Amazon or 3 or 4 or 5. It depends on how the ratio gets off. Because when tangible goods go way up in price, those techie type stocks, FANG stocks, might go down. I'm just saying, when food prices go way up, things change. But it might be, we're right in the middle of a dead cat bounce, I think, in the stock market, and there's just no telling. All I know is I need to eat, and I like beef. So if I had Amazon shares, I sold mine a long time ago, I would definitely be trading it for something tangible, like a pond, like beef, like, things to build your garden with, like, ways to create food and secure food. Find a farmer, build a relationship, buy a little something from him right now, shake his hand, look him in the eyes. These are relationships that we need to be having. A lot of people can't afford to have their chicken coop. I say afford. They don't have the resources. They live in an apartment. They live, it's okay. All that's okay. I talk to you guys all the time. I know some of us are set up a little better than others, but you just got to do what you can do. Just do your best, and that's going to be good enough. Build those relationships, stay in this community, and if you're interested, if you're cool with it, I'm not going to make you change your profile picture on YouTube, but I love to see you guys, your faces, your actual picture, because sometimes I meet people at these meetups, and I don't know, I talk with them every day, and I don't know who they are because they've got a picture of something else and not their self. I used to be the same guy. I forget to hit the like button and didn't leave a comment. Now I know there's more to this. We're entering the metaverse, and this is kind of part of it. This is how we can build a community and be miles apart. So it's really awesome. Thank you guys for watching and commenting and liking and all that stuff. It's really, really cool. Now, the World Economic Forum. These nerds. I'm going to read you a little bit of what's going on. They're pushing the seaweed and the algae, and what is it? It has a carbon negative profile. It has essential fatty acids. And let's see. I'll just read you the thing. The World Economic Forum technocrats are urging people to ditch meat and other foods deemed to be harmful to the planet and instead consume climate beneficial foods such as seaweed, algae, and cacti. None of those things make me hungry. I don't feel hungry yet. I did earlier when we were talking about beef. The WEF made the call as it wrapped up its 2022 meeting where nobody was eating algae and cacti and seaweed. I can almost guarantee you, unless it was wrapped in some sushi. A ticket to get to the meeting was $19,000. Think they were eating garbage, bugs and stuff? No. The WF promoted alternatives to food system it claims is responsible for 2/3 of global carbon dioxide emissions. A starter list published by the organization trumps algae as being an ideal replacement for meat. The cow farts. Cow farts are killing everybody. It's awful. It's not even the farts. It's the belches that come from the cow that has methane in it. And, I can't believe people are believing this stuff. It really is amazing. Think about the cows roaming the earth, and then think about the floodlands, the Everglades, thousands of acres all over the earth that is emitting the same thing, rotting vegetation. Oh, man. And, they don't want us to eat meat. They want all the meat. They want all the oil and natural gases and all the money. they want it all. They are the elite. I hate saying that. It really pisses me off to call them that. Let's call them something else. Come up with a good name and put it in the comments. They want all the resources, and us rubes are going to eat bugs and lentils and algae and seaweed and just garbage. And I might do that. I might make an algae, seaweed, cacti bug salad if I feel like it. If that's what I feel like I need to eat for that day, that's what I'll do. But it's not going to be until then. I am the fringe. We are. We live outside the Great Reset. I'm not going to put up with it. I'm not going to do it. The food crisis is real. This is a quote. The food crisis is real, and we must find solutions. They say these things all the time. They're grooming us. It's real. The food crisis is real. You're polluting the earth by eating beef. You rubes don't know what you're doing. We need to think for you because you're not smart enough. Back in December 2020, the World Economic Forum published 2 articles on its website which explored how people could be conditioned to get used to the idea of eating weeds, bugs, and drinking sewage water in order to reduce CO2 emissions. This is legit. I ran into some people at the meetup that were in the elevator that didn't come to see us, but they saw me and the Economic Ninja had our camera gear and mics and stuff. And they're like, "What are y'all doing? We're YouTubers. What's your channel about?" And I was telling them, this, that. They said, "What is the fringe?" I said, "Well, we're the people that are going to live outside the Great Reset. We're the people that's not going to eat the bugs. We're going to keep on going. We're going to, like the World Economic Forum said, there's going to be groups that live outside the city that don't participate in all their little things that they think is good for society." And Turdo calls us the small fringe minority. And when he said that, I thought, that's it. You got that verbiage from the World Economic Forum. They're all in cahoots. All those people, the evil people on the earth, are hiding behind this garbage. And they're cramming it down everybody's throat, legitimately. I mean, this is real as it gets. Go to the website. Go to WEF, worldeconomicforum.com or whatever it is, and just get lost. Go through there and see what these people have in mind, because it'll help you. It'll help you make decisions in the future, like trading 1 share of Amazon stock for a cow to put in your freezer to feed you. I'm just saying. I'm trying to tie things back to reality. Vanderbilt University professor Amanda Little argued that everyone in the world needs to start dining on insects. In February, billionaire-owned news outlet Bloomberg said Americans should cope with soaring inflation by eating lentils instead of meat. A group of environmental economists in Germany also demanded that huge taxes be imposed on meat products to fight climate change. There's no record of exactly what was served in the 2,500 invited delegates dining at the elite gathering in Davos, and whether or not the WF's own dietary instructions were followed by participants. I can almost guarantee you I wasn't there due to the high price of the tickets, and I would never be in the same room as those people. But I imagine it's going to be the same thing that was at the COP26 climate meeting. They had, we don't know what they had. I tried to find a menu. Of what was there, but it is completely hush-hush. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't cacti soup or algae burger or something like that. Bug burgers with algae greens. I don't know. None of it sounds good. I know that. Attendees enjoyed dishes full of animal-based ingredients that were at least doubled the carbon footprint of the average UK meal. That's what they're saying. I don't know what they had. I just know I'm not going to participate. And that's it for this. Keep an eye on the World Economic Forum. And knowing that you could trade one share of something for something that'll feed you meat a whole year, that was pretty enlightening. Thank you for all the comments. And guys, I want you to have an awesome day. Later.